mo kotangulu menu baramata je laftalo na mum barama fasonu le ketawulula
ha wala mi modol wala singu ngapa nyami ye bliparo kama ibulol katitale.
Yes, just as I said, some people, because of the beating, they had fractured arms.
Dol single katita.
Some had broken legs.
Balo be tinyata because of liparo.
Some also had some parts of their bodies also harmed because of the beatings. Because even me personally, except the blood that came out of my head from the injury I suffered. But other than that, I did not sustain any other injury. But for beatings and the ache, the pain that I felt in the body, I had that one. Because that day, the kind of pain that I felt in my body, I have never felt that way before. And also what I saw with my own eyes, the kind of fear that I felt that day, I have never felt that way before. Because at that time I went to an extent whereby I lost hope and I said today I was going to die. Because of and the reason for that was because of the beatings that I experienced and the difficulty that I was faced with that day.
Yeah.
I just wished for you to clarify something for us. You had earlier mentioned in your narration that you had never seen a dead body till that day, and also you said you didn't know whether the lady that was caught, whether she survived or not. Can you please clarify whether someone died that day?
Yenyim foko wolum yekuje inenuma menje menkete yekijate kote andung umuso me yala kumo foko membara mata ila je fanangu fanambara mata nyame studio to fo ina tafu fanan ko inenuma fureoje fo wolum so alaftai jele seneyandi wo furewo anin wo muso membara mata mem momente alafta jele seneyandi la
the
woman that was besides me, just as I told you, the knife that touched me on the head was the one that injured her at her breast. When it landed on her breast, she died.
She died, yeah, partly.
She died. So the other woman, when the soldiers came and said F, they took her from the group and went with her.
So after
so when they took her to between those two houses, whether they beat her up or they did some other thing to her, I do not know anything about that. But I was there when I saw her being thrown out. Whether she died, whether she was still alive, I was far away from her. I cannot say anything on that.
The lady that you mentioned had a cut across her breast. How did you verify that she died?
Ako ye muso men lakumo fo muroye men sunjo barama isa asede ano nyadi le ko fatale.
She was close to me, besides me, and I was shaking her. Before I did that shaking to her, she made some noise. So that groaning led me to touch her to see if she was still alive. So she died. She was lying on me, close by me, and that made me even more terrified. Because I have never seen a dead body in that state. That that amplified my fear. Because for a human being that is alive,
the next minute,
to turn around and see the individual's dead body, that made me terrified so much. I was so much in fear.
Did you know that lady?
Well, not long.
I do not know her.
I don't know her.
Apart from that lady, did you see anyone lying around not being able to get up?
Ako musokola foinata modo jele me ya lon ko be laring amangulino afai.
Yes, there were other people who would not be able to help to get up without assistance.
How about the driver, the one that was driving your truck?
Ako driver dum memba la moto borindi kandum wala ko e be mun fono la auto nyintembe.
Well, I tell you another feeling la hana ben kono la ma
So I eventually lost track of him, and even if he were amongst us there, I was not able to verify that.
Do you know the driver's name?
Frankly speaking, I do not know his name.
You also mentioned that when they asked you to go home,
you
left some people behind because they could not get up and go. And you met up with a group of soldiers who asked you about the ones that are left behind. Do you know what eventually happened to those people?
Frankly speaking, I did not get to know anything about their fate.
When you went to Usainu Daba's house, did you eventually receive any medical attention for your injuries?
Yes, when I was taken there, immediately, because they were worried, they took me to Dr. Sisha's clinic. When I arrived there, I found some of my other colleagues there.
Can you tell us if those ones that you found there were in the same group that you were walking to go home?
Fodum yed menu tara Dr. Sisela Luptano to Fodu mo kilingolo ini menu tamata alisimula kasaina fo wol dol fanal bijele bang.
Ha, wol bana dol bijele?
Yes, some of those were there.
Because birim putara sitting corner.
Because when we got to the sitting corner, when some of us went towards the Bakau end, some continued headed towards Serekunda. Those that went straight to Serekunda went on to Hosseino's house in Pipeline. They got there that night.
You said you arrived at Westfield by 12 p.m.
Westfield talantanim flawato suto.
Yes, 12.
Can you recall what time you arrived at the bridge?
Bridge
maybe 12:30 or some minutes to 1.
We got to the bridge would be around 12:30 towards 1.
How long did your ordeal last till the time you were asked to go home?
Illa bata aliyo mantoro mentakije ya mera uye watu yiriku jelleta fo janni baflal yesay.
What are like 3 hours sile na taro ibulo kono.
That could be almost 3 hours.
3 hours or more than 3 hours.
3 or more than 3 hours.
Sile.
With respect to your own personal injuries, did you eventually receive the much needed medical attention?
Ako ite fon bala jato ila baramulu fodum ita jaral sahari masoton ne bang pro ekelaw jararo kelaw baramulu jar
Kabirin ye ntala dabo ya yen samba Dr. Sisela clinic.
When they took me to Dabo's compound and eventually to Dr. Cicia's clinic,
Jeto nada inject penkoso
there I was given injection.
e borol dinna.
They gave me tablets,
Bari wolu ngole fana ye release je.
but I was also released on the same day
Because iko yene poe konyanta tala gunjur lendita karte pay wala to.
because they said I was going to return to Gunjur. That was where I was going to vote.
So I ye release.
So they released me.
Inada samba back to Usain Daboya.
So they took me back to Usain's compound.
Wo ularo around 5.
So that evening, around 5,
Ye moto organize.
they organized a vehicle
You can some say in the gunjur.
to return me back to Gunjur.
But in the another time or delay.
But I delayed time
Because watu atara waran sarakola.
because that time, after the evening prayers,
Nin tata gunjur.
if I return to Gunjur,
Mbe duna mbe tilo soto la dal.
I will take a whole day.
Mbe tilo dunde mbe suye tile mbe duna tilibulo le.
I'll get there in the afternoon,
So malla fi wala.
and I did not want that.
Because atara rumo putara gunjur.
Because at the time, rumors had already reached Gunjur.
Some model konte fatale from.
Some people even said that I was dead.
Ipin Bama, Birin Tata Pong, Birin Putaram from Bama Inja, Kumbota Polo, Akonye Umaru, Imponye Koi Patale.
Even my mother, when I arrived and she saw me, she cried and said to me, Omar, they had reported that you are dead.
Orat Naman Song Yembondi J. Oato Yensamba.
That was why I did not want them to take me out of that time and return me.
The following a time of delay.
That was why I personally delayed my leaving
Around 6
until around 6.
in Kumasta Kata.
Then I started to go.
Karimbe Putala Gunjur,
But when we got to Gunjur,
it was around Pitirikola Kata Sapo Kang.
it was getting dark.
So Ntara Birin Putata,
So when we got there,
Wato Sandam Bojang,
that time, Santang Bujang,
Alman Nemanin Kaparakala.
may God be merciful on him.
Wato Atelamu UDP Molka Benatelea.
At that time, UDP people used to meet in his house.
So Birin Moto and Samba Jere Panato.
So the vehicle took me to that place.
Kabiri Enjindi,
When I alighted
Moli Enje,
and people saw me,
Jamani Boro Fundita and Suol Kono.
many people came out from their houses rushing
Kanje Nyala.
to see me with their own eyes.
Dol Kanyininka.
Some of them were asking me,
Nyininkaro Sembo Warda,
some of them asked difficult questions.
Sandam Bojang,
Santang Bujang
Yenchika Ikonga Tambi Bunkono.
took me into the house,
Yendundi Bunkono.
got into the room.
So Kabiri Mol Talata,
So when people dispersed,
Sayda Ya.
I got back. I returned to my home.
Birintada Ya,
When I got to my home,
Ngalla,
I lay down.
Panoketa,
In the morning,
Mbama Gio Kandindi.
my mother warmed some water
Before Ngata Karte Pai.
before I went to vote.
Gio Kandindi Akanyi Mbalo Nyabu.
She warmed some water and she was massaging me.
Biringa Karte Pai Pananatana.
After I voted, I returned.
Okola enter for more than a week.
It took me almost more than a week.
Mbama every day Akam Mbalo Nyabule.
My mother would massage me on a daily basis, every day.
Lota.
Because I stood myself
Kaiko,
and said to her,
Mampa Mpele Nkendolom.
I am not dead, I am here alive.
But Nka Dimo Min feeling Balokono.
But the pain that I feel inside my body
Sembo Wartale.
is too powerful.
So what will Mbama Nada Kasai Kan Balo Nyabu?
That was when my mother took it upon herself to be massaging me,
Ala Nathan Dema.
and with the blessing of God,
The torture that you went through,
ye tajire ya menkela
how has that affected your life?
ayela baluo Kenya dile
Ponyin dabode.
Except this arm soldier
At this right moment.
at this moment,
Nyumbe waro min kono sa ente ponyin dabo min kandimi.
except this soldier that is pinning me.
Because dobi ye an ningal la maneke
Sometimes if I lie awkwardly,
nying abe parakasi.
it used to dislocate.
Oni wo ketanna
And if that happens to me,
once singa tenkung
I would have to sit still
dimo eji
to allow the pain to subside.
ukola nana comfortable.
Then afterwards I will regain my comfort.
Anim bulo ni nga kete nga tiri nga bambandi.
Even if I stretched my hands in front of me and stretch it hard,
ya jeli nyingi aka stifle.
you see this hand usually is stiff, it doesn't come back.
Yeah,
No,
no, no problem.
that also is my problem.
Did this incident have any emotional or psychological impact in your life?
akod nyin kuolu men ketela teng fo ay mantora do sabu male ila sondo moto miraro anin ila hadamaya kolto.
Yes, amang kuti nyan sondo mo bare kuola o time mo minam boda kuo kono.
Yes, it did not do any impact, negative impact on my psychology, but after I experienced that ordeal,
Wato
at that time,
I enter about nearly a month.
it took me almost a month.
Ingalla suto.
When I lay down in the night,
I cannot sleep
I cannot sleep.
because no pereng.
I cannot sleep at all.
Because nka mirale.
Because I used to think
Kamera nyale ba.
it's like I was
Just like I was still witnessing the same thing.
So akatina because no.
and that made me to be unable to sleep.
When tala po min karo o min siata woti.
That took me well over a month.
Re ngala tentu.
I give thanks to God.
Molo mun di mi yalon ko dobi je dimo se taranna.
I am a person whom you know that sometimes even if I am feeling pain,
Ni se taranyo kan
I could be with you
nte apole.
and I will not tell you.
Nte kalon min bembala.
But I know what is in me,
Nko kona kere.
and I used to do that too.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dabo, for answering my questions.
Minum barabaka Mr. Dabo yenna nyinen karolu jabi nyamin.
Mr. Chairman, I'm done with the witness.
Mr. Chairman ko mparete le selo bala sain.
Thank you very much, Council, for that, and thank you, Mr. Dabo, for coming to testify before us. And sorry about the horrible experience that you
Chairman
have also endured. Oh, sorry.
Chairman ko numbara bake Mr. Dabo yemantoro mentaki aketa balafate andung bitun isi haketu ila kulu atlata nyamin.
Before I turn to the commissioners for any questions they may have, I just want to seek a small clarification.
Ako janna commissioner lubula puri ye nyinin ka lafta dula nding senayandila.
When you left the combos to go to the provinces for the tour,
Ako biri bota kombo kata bolon kono tamantama unyinna.
were there any contingency plans made by your team
Aliye fere dolu parendile bange ni tanyolu ferome yalonko alisina ta feromen ning alla kolu tata ke nyado nyama.
contingency plans would relate to how to react in the confrontation that you said happened in Jarakrantaba, I believe Sanklekunda, Farafenye, and I'm not sure if Sam Pachanki also, if it happened there with the APRC supporters. Were there any contingency plans on how to deal with that, or was it, interpreter, just allow me to finish the point, or was it a spontaneous reaction on the part of members of your team?
Ako fo ali fere de dale misali kama ning fitina tata wuli al ning ali nyosa banyolu tema fali fere de dale bang ateli nyanta tala menna misali kama ni ali boyin kan wala ning keleketa fali yo fero parendi le jannali be silo tala fodum katu fikelo keta karanta ba aning altata dinkira ko tangol do ko ali yali kelendi damen ko farafenye bitum fodum ali yo fero parendi le jannali be wulla fodum birin al futata o dinkiral to yali boyin kan aliye jabe nyami o aketa nyale maten rong o keta terem makolti faketa wala nyama
birim budala indulal akati terem makolti.
Yes, when we got to these places, it used to be spontaneous.
But janning ka move dawada.
But before we moved anywhere,
adamadingo eto nyapo
human being speak the truth.
Na kebalu
Our elders,
especially Usenu,
when we embark on any movement, he is usually someone that advises us that violence, if anyone troubled us, we should run away from it. We should not be creators of violence. He used to advise us on that. And there were people also within us that when there is a problem, they are the ones that used to come. They are in our group. They are also elders. They used to come and give advice to calm down things. Yes.
What I'm driving at really is whether or not you had a fighting squad in your group that would lead the fight against your opponents. If that is the case, then you probably had some plans made on how to react to that.
Ako abe menno kanka sinan wala mindi ko alla ka fokono forun aliyemolu soto jelle men ya lonko wulu pareri ngole ka wuli pour nin kelo wulta wolle be kala lalti wolle be wuli la pour ka keloke forun ale ka wuli la tenra ka lafta wala ko indila woto wala mindi ko allaw molu menu ka kelokale men ya lonko aliye parendi keloka ma woto sila ko baytan la ko atel fanam pareri ngole wulta ka lafta jelle senendila.
Well,
we do not have anyone in our group that we prepared for fighting. Because our purpose is not for fighting. Our purpose is to campaign. In our group, there is no one that we prepared for the sole purpose of fighting. The violence is always spontaneous, and so we just get into it like that. Surprises us, and we. But there is no prepared group within us for the purposes of fighting. Because our leaders usually advise us to desist from fighting, even quarreling.
Maybe I should conclude this point. It's a very short one with an analogy. I probably would give that to you in Mandinka. In Konkoro Betamala. And Yalo Nekafu Nyato, Kelobinale in Konkoro, whatever, baby man confront her. If I organize Nyaman Ketariake, ule tambinyato si konsimbarol ule tukoma akelo nyinki bari konsimbarol nyilu bet la komal fatel tanyinto ale konsimbarol sidal konan no dal fundita bita ko kelo o komal men fundita konko rewni wol mantra tala pour que ta kelo bari e confrontation nyin soto e nyaato jete o nyaal mbe point men jube kanem wala mu fo a low group nyinkono katalia falia ikafalia fa organize nyame moto mem tomu democracy di wala katukoma wala mala konsimbaroti o konsimbaro moto nyinkono no konsimbar dolbe jele ba melialon ko nin ku kadalia fo nyile ko fempela ke janto atel wule alien defend
the analogy
self defense.
The analogy I am given is the instance of baboons. Usually the females and the little ones are in front, and the male ones, the stronger ones, are behind. And given that you told us that your vehicle, democracy, you are usually behind, it would appear as if somehow within that group you had some strategies for self-defense in the case you were attacked. Yes, our vehicle, we are usually behind, but we used to fight. But it used to be surprise fights or spontaneous fights. It's not to our liking. They just trouble us and trouble starts.
Because campaign kono ntolning APRC mantara line killing.
Because during the campaign we were not in the same line with the APRC.
It told Tata
they went
for more than 3 days.
For more than 3 days.
After
that, we also embarked on our journey, and we never met.
So
the fight is a surprise to us. And each time we are surprised any time.
Yeah, democracy.
Yes, democracy, we fight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Are you one of the male baboons?
Imam C, you have any? Please, you have the floor.
Omar Dabo.
Imam C ko Omar Dabo.
Ko sona Imam C. Auto bi ngeen fekkon farafeñe mu ngi taxaw.
Ako aliya moto men tara lorim farafeñe.
Dafa am ñu ko fa defoon wala dafa paanoon.
Ako moto ñim pantale bang folum molle alondi usiloka.
Abirim putata je moto la pan kumama mpontoliye.
When we arrived there was no information as to the breakdown of any vehicle there. We found the vehicle on the road, and we made it known to them that we wanted the vehicle off the road. And nobody got up to make any efforts. And so that was when we volunteered and alighted and pushed the vehicle. We somersaulted it to the other side.
Why laaju len kan moko fa def.
Ako bari al manyinin karke jumale nyim moto ke silokan.
Ani om tonya di manyinin karke.
No, that is true. We did not make any inquiries.
Because a police station open balalom.
This is what we told them, because it was by the police station. Some of our people that alighted, those that were in the front, they went there and they spoke to them to tell them that they should remove the vehicle from the highway. So there was a lot of push and pull. That was when we alighted. We went and forcefully pushed the vehicle.
Wow, ñettel bi auto bi mom ako sabanja sen auto démocratie la arrêté wala sen auto yu campagne yob la
ako ñi moto men ya ke silo kan alota damen amunta akuntuta atella démocratie moto doron ne ñaato bang fo moto dolu men fanal be convoyo ñin kono wala menu be silo ñin kam fa kuntuta moto jamal le ñaato
ñaato ngol le fangoy moto ñin tara lori.
The the head of the convoy were the ones that actually met this vehicle standing. So all the vehicles that were going, the whole convoy was at a halt. So there was a lot of talking in front of us. At that time, we did not know what was happening. That was when we alighted from our vehicle. We went there. So when we got there, so we found that there was negotiations to see how to remove the vehicle. So we did not. On the other side of the road, and we continued on our journey.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, sir.
It seems there are 3 groups working together with you.
Abeko la pesa bale beje menni nal bidu ko la.
Have democracy,
human rights,
and the UDP stalwarts or supporters.
And UDP barumalu nolankolu.
Are the democracy and human rights group also part of the UDP group? Or no?
Ako democracy aning ikafo moto do me human rights. Folu bebe kafu kilingole kono bang.
They are all within the same group.
But
I was not in the other vehicle. I did not follow their issues because we are always distance apart. But we are all on the same mission.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes, James.
To ask a question. First of all, the paramilitary that we are following you from Karantaba, you said there was a fight there, but you said it was after the fight that they arrived. Yeah, Karawan. When you got into a fight in Farafenye, the Paras came and arrested someone in Kerawan. At that time you said the Paras were at the commissioner's residence. So now the Paras that were following you, did they stop there? Because when you were narrating the incidents at the Denton Bridge, you said nothing about them. I stopped seeing the Paras with my own eyes. That was in Kafuta.
During a night spent Kafuta.
When we spent the night in Kafuta.
But
when we left Kafuta,
Serekunda Jamapala.
Here, around Serekunda area, going up to Denton Bridge, there I did not see any para. There, apart from the soldiers, I did not see any para. After that, those that suffered in Denton, suffered injuries in Denton Bridge and Banjul, when you left Banjul and went to Usenu Dabo's compound, did you discuss about their issue, especially the woman that you said died? Yes, when we got there, they asked me, and I recounted the story. I told them, I explained it to them. So now things are left with the leadership. Yes.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Samba. Have the floor.
Commissioner Samba ko Mr. Dabo.
I want to ask you this. You know, you said before you went on a tour so that you could know Gambia, because you were a fisherman. You went on that tour and you returned, given all the hardships that you have gone through. Are you still able to continue your work as a fisherman, or are you redundant?
No, I
am not redundant. In my home, I have a shop. I have a little merchandise in my shop. And so that is what I trade around. And that is where I get my sustenance for my family.
But
does not affect my fishing activities. I still go out fishing and come.
Bakono ta fishing kata bakono.
But fishing, going for fishing, it has affected that.
But badato.
But around the coast, by the beach side, I go to the beach side. I do my in and outs because I do some works there. These are trucks that take fish up country. We used to put the glass in them. We do all of that. So that's the kind of work that I do right now. That's what I do.
Fisheries department
the fisheries department that is there. The committee that is there. They were impressed with my work. So they took me and they employed me in their ice room. I started work in that ice room this month, the 1st.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Carr. The floor.
Thank you. I have two questions. The first is the two names that you selected, democracy and human rights. What influenced it? Why did you name your groups those two names?
Ako nyininkar membable wala mnyinti ali nyin to fulolu menula motola motodo democracy motodo human rights ako muna yosab.
Well, international ngo to taraye.
Well, I came and I found those names there already. So I cannot tell you this is the reason why these vehicles were given those names. Because I came and I joined the vehicle and heard the vehicle being called that name. And so I took it that way.
Thank you. The second question is quite a number of witnesses that came here who suffered victimization still live with the pains of those victimization. Is that the case with you too? Do you still suffer from the torture that you experience? Does it still affect you in one way or the other?
Ako to nyamo jamana ta sede yaro kijang adun hanimbi kanyim foko ye mantoro lumenu taki balajata dimingu ning ila folu dolu ye mantoro lumenu soto dimingu be bala fokata bula bila ako fodun ita fana wo kukilingo le be fana ndala bang balajato kono dimingu be bala le meya lonko yasoto mantoro le kono menkari ibatandi fokana bula ha sayna
nte dimin kilimo min benna
for me the only one pain that I have right now, the pain that I can say that is disturbing me, that is my soldier. Sometimes if I lie awkwardly on it, sometimes it dislocates. Sometimes even if I hold pick up a stone with this hand,
I cannot throw it.
I cannot throw it.
Because
even my bare hand, if I should throw a punch, I will dislocate it will dislocate. I can hold something and pick it up with it. I can hold something and I can work with it. But to hold something and throw it, or to lie on it, or to make my hand in another way. If I want to do this hand as I can do it with the other one, my soldier used to dislocate.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. If there are no further questions, Mr. Dabo, would you have any concluding remarks to make?
Chairman ko nyinin karla lunumbara barbitun silang ako Mr. Dabo itefang pour que la dia mo kumfa foi kuma sutule lafta men yitandila ka banke ka fo mole ingani yo moment
wala mu ngani yo mindi.
Yes, my wish is that
wala mu
that is
ko diminta nyawanya
however painful things are, however difficult they are, there must be forgiveness. Because this is something that has happened more than 20 years. And today, here we are, all looking at one another. So we must forgive one another. But forgiveness It's an intention. And that is where it comes from. When you say you forgive, you must agree to the latter. That is when God will accept your forgiveness. But to just merely say, I forgive, just empty talk, and that has not gone deep into your heart. But you see, human beings, they just see you, but what is in your heart, they cannot see it. But God, God does not look at the tongue. God looks at the human being's heart, what is in there. Whatever is in the mind of the human being, it's not in doubt as far as God is concerned. God knows all. Therefore, we must forgive one another. As Gambians, there is one thing happening here in Gambia, and I would also want to admonish Gambians on that issue, so that we remove that from our attitude. And what is that?
Tribalist.
And that is tribalism. Tribalism, since I was born and I come to know myself, in this country, I have never known tribalism. In my place, we are together with Manjagos. We are sitting together with Jolas. And our people removed houses and gave to Jolas. And then took houses and gave to other tribes. There are Fullers. And we are all mixed together. But at that time, you never could tell, nobody behaved to the other in any tribalist manner. But to know a tribalist in this country, that was in this past 20 years. That was when tribalism came into the country. So we have to try and remove tribalism from our issues. If we don't remove tribalism from our affairs, even if 10 presidents were to take office in this country, they will not be able to develop this country. Because to develop a country, the people of the country must unite. They must have one aim and purpose, so that they are now able to work and develop the country. So I appeal to Gambians to remove the issue of tribalism from our affairs, and so that we can together work this country, develop it. Citizens of Gambia, but the woman that lies behind me, her mother and father are all Jolas, pure Jolas, and we have 9 children. We lost one. But there's no way that you could tell in our house whether this one was Jola or another ethnic group. So we united and we are all one.
Yeah. So, Allah Barak.
So thank you. Thank you.
la TRRC commission
Council, we have 45 minutes to go before our lunch break. Are you ready with the next witness, or would we go for the lunch break and then come back?
it would be best to go for the lunch break and then start with the witness after lunch.
Splendid. Good arrangement then. We're going to have a slightly longer lunch break. We come back at 2:30 and continue with this afternoon's proceedings. Thank you all very much. Meeting is adjourned.